all eyes will be on TCS the numbers, but not so much on numbers, but more on the management commentary. For Q4, we are expecting a 2% kind of growth as far as dollar revenues are concerned, largely on back of volume growth. There will be some impact of cross-currency, positive impact, but the EBIT margins will decline largely because of the currency movement being unfavorable, and also the utilization rates are expected to be softer this quarter. So that will play out as far as the margins are concerned. Net profit is expected to be low by 1.5%, and forex losses are expected to be lower in this quarter. But the main thing that we need to watch out is how the company's performance is in BFSI vertical. Remember, this is vertical which contributes roughly about 43% of revenues for TCS, and it has been facing some kind of weakness in March quarter, both in Infosys results as well as HCL Tech results was reflected. So we will need to watch out for the commentary from management side how this vertical is panning out. Also for FY13, what kind of indicated growth they can indicate. That will be largely the qualitative terms that commentary that we will need to watch out. Remember, TCS doesn't give out specific guidance like Infosys, so there will be no danger. But if they indicate that their commentary is also as pessimistic as Infosys, there could be trouble for IT sector. There could be a re-rating. But if TCS continues to remain more positive than Infosys, then we will continue to say TCS stock trading at a premium to Infosys, as has been the case for past 1 week.
Thanks for that, Sunita. Apart from TCS, Sasagoa is also due to declare the numbers. Numbers are expected tomorrow. What are the expectations for that? Let's go to Gargi.
Well, Nikunj, if you look at the revenue figure for Sasagoa, we are expecting an increase to come in at about 3,100 crores versus about 2,400 that they had posted if we are comparing on a year-on-year basis for the fourth quarter. The reason for the increase mainly coming in on the back of better realizations. Remember, iron ore prices from last year levels have shot up. We are expecting that in the range of about 3,900 to 3,950 kind of rupees per ton that we are talking about here. If you look at the sales volumes, there was some inventory that the company had that was sold off in the quarter. On the back of that, the reduction that we are seeing in the sales will be a bit lesser than what we expected. They have reported their sales figures. 5.2 million tons of iron ore is what they've sold. Remember, Karnataka, which is currently not producing anything from the 2 million ton capacity that they have, that will impact the earnings this time around. As far as the net profit is concerned, 1450 crores is what we are estimating, a bit higher from last year levels. That's mainly because of better realizations coming in. Margins also seeing a marginal decline coming.
Thanks, Gargi, for that. Poonam, come to you. ING Vysya comes out with numbers.
Yeah, indeed. The profit expected is approximately 32% year-on-year growth, which is definitely a strong number. This is on the back of a strong loan growth as well as healthy net interest income. The net interest income is expected to be up by 25% on a year-on-year basis, and the pre-provisioning profit is expected to be up by 54% on a year-on-year basis, again due to a healthy NII as well as healthy other income. Overall, the analysts expect the loan growth to be healthy at approximately 22% with a deposit growth of approximately 16%. The margins, however, are expected to decline a bit on a sequential basis owing to the rise in the wholesale rates in the last few quarters. But however, it would be offset by a decline in the CRR. So on the margin front, it would not be such a bad quarter. Overall, on the asset quality, the bank is expected to report a stable asset quality. There would be a little bit of higher provisions, but on the asset quality front also it should look good. The key things to watch for would be obviously the moment, the margins, the asset quality, as well as good fee income, because most of the analysts expect good traction in the fee income. So overall, a good quarter for ING Vysya Bank. The bank is trading at approximately 1.2x 1-year forward book value.